Hi friends, it's SuNN here with another Monday Makes video. Thanks so much for joining me. Today I'm going to be using a stamp set called You Brighten My Day. And I have made a little mask with the little house image. And I had done some previous stamping on the card base, but I'm going to change stuff around, so ignore that little piece. So I'm going to color the house with my new Bermuda Bay Blendability alcohol markers. Of course, I have a little piece of paper underneath to take that absorbent alcohol ink so that I don't get any bleed marks. And I do a light wash, and then I go in where I want the shadows to be with the dark, and then I go blend the dark to the light with a medium, and then I will do a lighter coat as well to blend the medium into the light. So while I'm doing that, I just wanted to remind you, if you're Canadian and want to purchase any of the products used in my project today, please click on the blog link in the description bar, and it will take you to a post where you'll find a list of products that I used, and any of those products links you can click on to get to my online store. And I would absolutely love the opportunity to earn your business. So thanks so much for watching, and I do hope that if you liked this video, you'll tell me by clicking the YouTube like button or comment on my blog. I will always answer all of my blog comments. So I'm using the Daffodil Delight yellow and doing the darker kind of in the bottom part of the windows, and then the medium, and then the light. So I had a little bit of trouble working on this card, and sometimes I have a tendency, or in the past I had a tendency not to share my creative process, because I can go through a couple different cards and couple different versions of the cards and you know, come up with something completely different than what I had actually envisioned in my head. I don't do sketches or anything like that. I get inspired by the stamp sets themselves and what sort of speaks to me. So sometimes it's just a big creative process. One of the big things with this idea was I wanted the one particular house to stand out, the one that I'm coloring. And all the other ones, I wanted to sort of fade off and to look a bit more muted. So you'll see that I actually don't use any color on any of the houses. And I do use a masking paper. It's called Mask It. I think it's for alcohol marker masking, but it works well in stamping as well. And I actually just use the, I use Stays On ink, and I make the mask, and then I stick it to the back of the stamp set. So what I'm doing here is I'm using my black marker, Stampin' Right marker, and I'm coloring in just on the edges so that it looks like I'm more finished and I've cut perfectly. And it actually really helps, that little detail. So I'm using the Love stamp, and I use my teeny tiny little heart punch, and then I've used some Vanilla Smooch Spritz to get some sparkle. And then they have, Stampin' Up! Came up with these epoxy kind of stickers, and they're really nifty because you can make your own three-dimensional sticker over top. So I quite like that, and the sparkle behind really shows up well. I'm trying to give you a close-up there. So that's kind of what I had envisioned. And then I seriously did not like all the colors there. So I stamped twice with just basic gray. Then I used my little mask and then did another one. And I just stuck the mask to the back of the stamp set so I could use it again. And then just pop that little house up on some dimensionals. And I think I used mini glue dot for the Love epoxy sticker. And then it needed congrats, or I was thinking new house too, but I didn't really know if I had anything that had new house. So I used the Celebration stamp set called, I think it's Simply Wonderful. And then I worked very quickly. I stamped in with my Bermuda Bay. Made sure everything was straight. Sorry, my fat head's in the way. And then I quickly went with my coffee filter and my clear embossing powder, and I forgot to use my embossing buddy, but thank goodness it wasn't bad. And I got out my heat tool and I heat it to set it. And just so you know, that ink, it can be, if you're quick, it can be embossed. And then I used a piece of Bermuda Bay, and I did trim this down a little bit. It's not your regular A2 card size, it's just shy of that. And that's pretty much the card for today. So hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.